Okay, it is the 7th of November and I'm gonna sit and answer your questions. Yay! I'm Kiara, you can call me Kiki, or Okabella May, which is my stage name. I'm a queer, neurodivergent singer-songwriter in Boolaloo, Perth, and yeah, here's my answers to your questions. Will you be adding any of your other songs to Spotify or streaming platforms soon? I'm assuming this person knows that I'm releasing one on the 11th of November called Dilly Dally. It's a really cool collaborative project we did with She Speaks. And yeah, that one's coming out. After that, I'm going to take a little bit of a hiatus and kind of work on recording and seeing, experimenting and seeing what I want my sound to be like. But there's things on the horizon for sure. Someone asked, how much money and time did you spend on Geraphobe? That song, I was very lucky. I have talented friends, Sass and Dan. Dan mixed, mastered and recorded it for me. And I am lucky to know such talented people. Sass also did all the cello parts and they helped me with some of the whispering parts too. So it was a fairly achievable project compared to, say, like in the recording sessions. If you were to hire a studio, it's like upwards of $2,000, and you kind of have to allow for mixing and mastering and setting that off as well. So releasing music is really expensive, and I think a lot of people in the audience sometimes don't realise how much it costs. Which is okay, because like neither did I before I started doing it, and especially in these times of days where we're like only really meant to be putting out singles instead of like a body of work, because that's how the algorithm works. But yeah, artists spend a lot of time and money making stuff. It took me about 6 months to write the song, and then 2 days to record. We did it at uni together, and then yeah, I released it like a month later, and it was only ever meant to be a demo, so release your demos, people. People want to hear it. I want to hear it. Also, how cute is this cup? It's amazing. Will got it for me. It's the best thing on the planet. Someone asked, what advice would you give to people in the LGBTQ+ communities, or the neurodivergent community in general? My biggest advice is find people that you resonate with, that you feel like have the same experiences or have interesting experiences in the same realm as you. So go out, meet people in community, go to community events. Like, there's so much you don't realise that other people are also experiencing until you get into those conversations with people. Be yourself and try not to label yourself too early. Or put yourself in a box, because we're constantly evolving. Gender and sexuality, it is ever changing over our lifetimes, and I think there's a lot of pressure to just be like, oh, this is me and that's the only time I'm ever going to come out as something, and I'm fixed now and that's all I have. It's like, no, there's so much more to yourself, and yeah, you're special in so many different ways, and you don't have to put one label on it to explain or express to others. And don't feel guilty about coming out multiple times. I've done it many times, and each time people are just like, go man, that's all you need to know. And as long as the people in your life are like supportive, that's all you need. Most inspiring artist to you. This is going to sound really out of left field because I'm a folk indie artist, but Lil Simz, How to Be Introvert or Might Be Introvert album was like the epitome of me realizing I want to be an artist. This is the type of stuff I want to make up. The messages, the orchestral vibe of that album, the flow, the cadence, everything is so beautiful about Lil Simz. Yeah, huge inspiration to me as an artist, but you know, there's so many that I love that like I can't even describe, like Billy Martin, Ruby Gill, so many, like I'm just gonna pop them all up on screen right now, like this person, this person, this person, this person, this person, this person, all these people, this band, these people. Ooh, it's gonna be chaos and stuff everywhere. Basically, everyone that I just wrote down, I love them, and there's so many artists that have influenced the way that I make what I make and do what I do. Someone asked, how did you decide on changing your pronouns? I think unconsciously I was thinking about this a lot longer than I realized. So I kind of decided because I have friends in my life that use the they them pronouns, and it always felt so like I could see myself in them, like almost like I was living vicariously through that experience, and I was like, no, but that isn't me though, like maybe I'm just empathizing or like feeling what they're feeling, but it was actually just how I felt as a person. So when I realized that, it kind of shattered the glass, and I was like, oh, I can go as she, they. I can be both a woman and be non-binary, and that's completely fine. Also, I do have a preference for they, them, but she is also, they're both resonating with me, so I like to use them interchangeably. When people have she, they, or he, they pronouns, people usually use she and they in the same sentence, or like try and incorporate it interchangeably. But yeah, that's how I realized, is seeing other people live their truth and then just like resonating a lot with that. Do you find it challenging being open about your queerness? Yes, because of the small town internalized homophobia kind of like mindset I used to have, but it's getting easier and easier every day. I have beautiful friends that are always there listening to me and helping me work things out, and yeah, I feel like the challenges that do come along with being queer are so bearable compared to the amount of joy we get to experience as queer people and the belongingness that we feel in the community. Someone asked also, what's been your favourite gig? And that kind of ties into everything, because I just went to the Pride Tide Festival in Geraldton, my hometown, and it was hosted by Headspace at Regional Sounds, and it was just the most euphoric experience ever. I got to see young people in a safe space exploring their gender identities and just being themselves, and knowing that they could come to someone for mental health support or just to be in community with each other, and it was just like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, I think that's been my favourite gig so far. Like, I say that after every gig I have though, so talk to me next week, I'll probably tell you about a new one. But yeah, I just love performing so much, and I love watching other people perform too. But yeah, favourite gig I've ever been to, I went to Gang of Youths, and I'm obsessed with Gang of Youths, so is my brother. So I feel like that was just like a big full circle moment. But also really excited. I'm going to see Aurora next year, going to Laneway next year, going to see some really cool people play. And Nana, oh my god, it's going to be so amazing. I get to see all these local artists live that I'm just gonna, like, my brain's gonna explode. Someone also asked, what gives you gender euphoria? Dressing masc and femme, but like in the same outfit, is just like, that's it for me. That is so euphoric. It just feels like I can be both, and it's okay. And it also portrays to people how I'm feeling. Oh, it's just so nice. Seeing other people also exist as queer people in public. Like, if I see a queer couple, I'm just like, oh, everything's beautiful. It just makes me so happy. So I think that's what gives me the most euphoria, is just seeing people, queer people, exist and be accepted for who they are. Someone said, welcome to the gang. Thank you so much. I feel very, very happy about it. I'm very excited to be exploring this part of myself, in terms of pronouns and etc. And then someone also asked, how do my photo shoots work? They work interestingly, because I've been shooting with the camera that is recording me right now since I was like 12. And I like to dabble in film photography too, but I mostly just go along with how the person's feeling. I love portrait photography, so capturing people's essence and their stories is the really important part for me. Yeah, it can go however you want it to go. If you'd like to book a photo shoot, please let me know. My Instagram account is there for you to look at.
I want you to give yourself some grace, 'cause you deserve to let go. It's your fault.
Yes. My friend said, "How are you so slay, iconic, beautiful, intelligent boss?" It's all because of people like you, because you make me feel that way, and I finally feel like people are seeing me in a way that resonates with me, and it's just so lovely, like, to be perceived as how you feel instead of like what's on the outside. Crazy. So validating, so amazing. So yeah, it's people like you who make me happy and make me feel safe being myself. I think that's it. I think that's all of them. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's ever listened to my music, who's ever come to a gig, and I hope to see you very soon. Maybe I'll make more of these, depends. Yeah, I hope you have a beautiful day, and in the meantime, stream Charophobe or Dilly Dally, depending when this comes out, and I'll be in touch soon with new music things. Go make yourself a cup of tea. Have a nice swim in the ocean, or do something for yourself today, please. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for listening.